really glad that we are awake and you were on YouTube to check this live stream that I scheduled. Do you know when I scheduled this?
Probably a year ago. Knowing you.
I scheduled it today when I was on the boat.
Oh, I forgot to change the time.
And it said schedule for later. So I just clicked schedule for later. I'm thinking, it's going to schedule it way later.
Oh, you didn't realize it was going to schedule it for midnight.
No clue. No clue whatsoever.
That's hilarious.
And
but I just happened to see it. I was like, babe, we're supposed to be on a live stream right now. And he's like, what? And he pulls his computer up and he's like, huh. And I was like, there's 8 people waiting. And he's like, well, I guess we're going live.
Yeah. And we technically went live already today, but it was earlier today, which is at 5 p.m. But now it's the next day because it's midnight. Mm-hmm. So technically we went live Friday, but here it is Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie. If you guys are waiting at midnight for us to go live, we got to go live.
I was about to say.
There's no sorry.
Yeah.
Especially if it went up today.
Yeah.
And you might have been waiting for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, is it like good night or good morning for a lot of people?
It depends on what country they're watching.
That's what I'm saying. So, midnight here, I mean, it's only 9 o'clock in California. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah,
and
true.
It's only 10 o'clock in Mountain Time.
And this might be a better time for some of the folks in Scotland and Australia.
There's some in Egypt and one. I don't know what time it is in Egypt. I don't know what time it is anywhere except for here. And
we need to see if Kara and Nate has ever been to Africa because I'm curious about that.
We lost track of the whole reason we're still up is because we're actually watching a Kara and Nate podcast.
Hour and 27 minute long.
The Unplanned podcast with Matt and Abby.
Matt and Abby. But they had Kara and Nate on here, and we're like, we like them. Uh-huh. We don't know them, but we like them, and we want to know more about them and their journey.
This podcast,
and to get access to this and them just being like candid is,
It's a good thing I had 2 cups of coffee. I know that much.
But honestly, these guys, they do a really good job of running this podcast.
Yeah,
and they have plenty to say.
Well, it's also impressive because she's 32 weeks pregnant. Sitting on that hard chair for that long. She's 3 p.m. in Australia.
Oh, it's 8 a.m. in Egypt.
Oh, sweet. And it's 3 p.m.-ish in Australia, according to Deb.
3 p.m.-ish in Australia? Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what part. Does Australia have multiple time zones? Because Australia is the smallest continent but largest island.
Well, Florida has more than one time zone, and people always think that I don't know where I live when I tell them what time my Mimosa Monday is. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're like, you're in Florida. It's Eastern. I'm like, nope, it's not. There's more than one time zone.
It says it's 6 a.m. in Scotland. And now I'm wondering.
If we were in Scotland.
I need to get a better way to hold my microphone. I could type with two hands.
You could do what I do and clip it to your shirt like a normal human because it does have a clip. In case somebody else wanted to point that out. Yeah. Clip it to your beard and see what happens. Does it hurt?
Well, when I had the little black one, they were like, you got beard hair. You're holding your beard. There's 3 separate time zones in Australia.
Some lady actually commented on one of my videos, why does Kevin talk into his hand? And I just like, because he's special. That was it, because he's special.
There's 3 separate time zones, but it's broken up into like 5 different blocks. That's kind of weird how they do that.
Jenny from the block.
Some of them don't have daylight savings time. That's got to get real trippy.
Real tricky, too. Especially when there's some states here that want to get away with get rid of it, and other ones want to keep doing it. It's like, how will you ever know what time it is anywhere?
Yeah, but Ryan Trahan holds his microphone, so I'm going to hold my microphone. And maybe one day, I, too, will have 10 million subscribers.
And I talk with my hands, so holding a microphone does not work well for me, because then I hold it, and I make these things, and people are like, quit doing the okay sign. I guess it's supposed to mean something, but to me, it's just like, it's okay from, what's-its-face, from...
Buckwheat?
Yes.
Correction, 13.2 million subscribers. So, I like what you just said. And we were watching Kara and Nate, and Kara actually made a point to say that she wished she could be more honest. And I'm very happy that we are able to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think that she doesn't want to be more honest because she reads a lot of the comments.
Yes.
Which you do too.
I do too.
Which I do also. I just read them differently.
So
I read them differently.
So the problem is with Kara and Nate, and I don't want to say the problem is, but because they have been doing this so long, they don't want to seem rude. They don't want to seem a certain kind of way. And listen, I am who I am, and if I seem rude to you, then maybe I'm being rude in that moment. That's just how I feel about it.
I want to seem real.
Yes.
I want to not seem real. I want to be real. Like, I don't want to, like, one of the things, like, I really enjoy Kara and Nate. I really liked them more when they were in the van, but that's just a bias. That's where we met them.
Yeah, not met them, but saw them for the first time.
However, one of the things that kind of bugs me is how everything she eats, she loves.
Oh my gosh, it's so delicious.
And it's not how she describes it. It's like, no, this can't be true.
Yeah, not everything you eat is good.
You can't travel the globe.
Yeah.
And love everything you eat.
Oh, this live grub worm. It's tasty.
She didn't
comment. She didn't comment because she knew
better.
But
she didn't even say that was. But Nate was like,
"This is disgusting."
Wow, it just exploded in my mouth. Which that could be a soundbite for TikTok.
I was about to say you gotta be real careful in what context you're using that one. But it is after midnight, folks. What happens in the dark stays in the dark.
Hey. Ann, or it's Ann, Deb, Beth, Sailor, Joanne. Is it Joan? There's two N's.
Joanne,
I got it. My World.
I don't know.
What's up? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, whatever time it is.
We got we got to be real.
Good morning,
and I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I was in a different headspace when I made this live stream. And
you don't really want to talk about the things now.
No, I was literally in the middle of modifying my channel, and come tomorrow, I'm probably only going to have like a handful of videos on my channel. I
was going to ask you about that because we started this conversation last night, and you said, we'll pick it up in the morning. I got to sleep on it. And then the first thing you did this morning, I woke up before you. I set my alarm for 6:30 because we had to be at boat by 9:30, and I knew I wanted coffee. I wanted time to sit here. I wanted a shower. I wanted to be able to cook you breakfast first, whatever else. You're welcome. I set my alarm for 6:30. I got up. I came out here and tried to quietly make my own coffee. You got up and immediately got the microphone and the stand and went on the balcony and recorded. And I was like, I guess we'll talk later. He slept on it and something changed in his mind. And what's happening? You know what
I mean? If you look at the videos I posted today, you can see a lot of changes in my mind. So ultimately, we were going to talk about BRICS, and we were going to talk about this global trade settlement with the USD. We were going to talk about the best suburbs to live in Florida.
You want to talk about how hot this heating pad is on my lower back, but I need it, but it's also like on fire. Oh, it's so hot, and it's on low. Why is it so hot? It doesn't do this on my uterus when I need it one time.
Might be one of them damn faulty. They're going to catch this couch on fire.
Yeah, we can turn this thing off.
We were going to talk about
sorry guys, my back is killing me.
This $6 trillion earthquake that crypto is going to experience. We were going to talk about this Connecticut landowner, and a home was being built on his vacant lot that was fraudulently sold without his permission. Property insurance problems that were happening across the country. $10 billion in Apple's savings accounts being wiped out by Goldman Sachs. YouTube ad revenue, but we actually talked about that earlier today. If you saw the video, then you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't see the video and you want to know, drop a comment. But YouTube, their ad revenue's up, which is good. But there was a little bit of a bad to it, but the bad is still good for those who know how to use it to benefit them. Private insurance, Citizens is picking up a crazy amount of policies. Leprosy, which we did talk about a little bit yesterday. And also, this was one we were going to talk about. We probably still will talk about it, and it was buying a Rolex, which we'll talk about that later.
Can I interject really quick?
Sure.
Okay, so Treasure Hunter 2, hi. Also, Kathy and Seisha and Treasure Hunter 2. But Treasure Hunter 2 said, Michelle, you mentioned coffee. Have you tried the Nespresso coffee maker? So here's the thing. It seems that some of the hotels we go to, instead of having a coffee maker in the room like a Keurig, some of them have like this little tray thing you put in with like little pouches of coffee. The last one we were in, Nobu in Atlanta, they had the Nespresso. We tried an espresso at the W in Buckhead one time, and I expected coffee, so when it came out like a little shot of espresso, I was like, the crap is this? So I was so sleepy when we were at the hotel, so I made one of them anyway. I was like, listen, I'm gonna do this, we'll see what happens. So I made the little Nespresso thingy, and I poured in one little half and half creamer thingy, you know, those little coffee mate things, and little bitty half a thing of brown sugar they had, and I was like, oh, this is tasty. Why are you licking me? I know I'm tasty, but we're not talking about me. Don't lick me. But I love you. Don't stare at me like that either. Don't do it. Keep your tongue to yourself. But the Nespresso, don't. You saw him pet me? He poked me. He's like, pay attention. I'll pet him.
Well, he knows the camera's on.
He wants me to keep petting him. That's the problem. No, the Nespresso with one little thing of creamer and an itty bitty thing of brown sugar, bearable. Still prefer regular ass drip coffee.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was like, wait, what does this interjection have to do with what I was talking about?
Oh, it didn't. It had to do with the comment.
Got it.
Sorry. Have you met me? I get sidetracked.
So, we were going to talk about those things. And we could potentially still talk about those things in the future. We just can't talk about them in the way that I was going to talk about them before. And so, like I said, I'm in the process of like modifying the channel. So in a few hours, it's going to be a completely different channel. But
I'm excited. We should have this talk when we're done because I don't know what the hell's happening.
Well, I'm inspired by
See?
Kara and Nate.
That's what happened. I got inspired at Vid Summit and my whole shit changed.
Well,
so might as well.
Also by the folks that joined in the live stream earlier today, and one of them literally said, YouTube said you guys are going live. Like, where else would we be? And that is what it's about.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
So only live streams. Got it. You're just going 24/7 live.
We could definitely do lives.
Put a little cover over the camera when you're pooping.
We could definitely do lives, and I actually said at one point it would be cool to like to live stream an entire drive wherever we go one day, or on the next trip. But
minus the live part.
But yeah, we could easily go live, but the uploads will be different. The uploads will be different, and hopefully more in line with what I actually really want to do, what I want to share with the world. And I think also by doing that, I may end up in the boat that Kara prefers to be in.
Childless? I was about to say, wait, what? Because that's what we're just listening to.
You haven't watched the last video I uploaded, which was from today on the boat.
I did.
Oh, you did?
No. I looked at it because I like to read the comments.
Oh,
but
okay.
I didn't watch the video. What? I'm still petting you.
The thing is that Kara tries to stay neutral. Nate says he even tries to remove personality.
I know. It's so weird.
For the sake of trying not to piss people off and anger them and get bad comments. I'm not going to do that.
I was about to say, don't ask me to do that because I'm not
going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
I know how to stay neutral.
I'm not going to do
You're going to get my thoughts and opinions, whether you like them or not, whether it's something you agree with or not. It's who I am, so that's what you get.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But what I will do is create videos like I did today. And in my opinion, those videos, it would be really hard for those videos to attract the attention of those people we don't want.
You notice I didn't make a video today on the main channel?
Okay.
I couldn't because I was in a really happy headspace and I didn't want to go into what that channel wants from me because it would have taken me out of my happy headspace for the day and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah. So, what you do with yours is totally up to you, but
That's what she said.
Yeah. I gotta change mine. And with doing that, let you guys know that the change is coming so that you won't be like blindsided, like what happened.
Are you transitioning your channel? Is that what you're saying? It's the only time I'll allow that, sir, just in case you were wondering. I'll allow this one transition.
And because like I'm watching this unplanned podcast and I'm thinking to myself, it's like, look, what's the other people's name?
Oh, Matt and Abby.
Matt and Abby. Never seen them before. I've never seen them before, except for this one thumbnail that she had. She had these two breast pumps poked up against her boobs.
You would notice that one thumbnail.
Well, YouTube showed it to me. YouTube showed it to me.
Yeah.
So, however, the first time sitting here listening to them and having this conversation, it's like I like that
because it shows that everybody goes through what we go through. That's in the creator space.
Yeah.
I don't even consider myself a creator because I don't edit and stuff. I just talk.
Now here's the problem. Yeah.
Well, Squirrel Tribe Life.
I feel like
I
feel like there's a metaphor here when they say creator. And creator means, and from the way that they're saying it, it almost means fake. It means painting a fake picture.
Which is why I don't consider myself a creator.
I want to be creative.
Okay.
I want to be creative.
That makes sense.
And
I want you to be creative.
I want to be creative. I don't want to avoid certain things or dance around certain choice words or whatever, or give my full emotion or opinion because I don't want to. However, I also am not going to enter into a presentation or conversation that is ultimately going to draw in all of the people that I prefer not
to have conversations with. So I was thinking, I get sometimes on my main channel when I get a little excited or heated or whatever else, my vocabulary expands to like, schoolyard talk. And I've had people going, oh, I really wanted to watch your video, but then, you cursed. And I'm like, I understand. Stop watching the video. I don't know what to tell you. I can't filter myself for the one or two people that have an issue with grown-up language. And also, don't listen. Read it. And it doesn't sound so bad when you're reading it to yourself. And you get to say it in your own voice.
These are just the people who were literally on the fringe waiting to find something wrong with you.
Oh, there's plenty of things
and
wrong
it's
with
like,
me. I mean, they gotta wait.
Nah, bro. Like, if you can find something wrong with Crab Island and boating and a beautiful day and conversation, then just go away.
Yeah.
Now,
that's true.
But it's also not bringing them in, because it's not bringing them in. It wasn't presented in a way to bring them in. Therefore, the odds that they show up are very slim.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's funny. It says Seisha, so that's how I want to say it.
No, you're about to talk about the one I was about to talk about.
The decor vid?
So that video is on a different channel, which thank you,
yes,
Seisha.
I'm going with Seisha.
For watching that. It's on a different channel. Okay, so this is huge, right? This is big.
Yeah.
Now, that video was specifically created. It was titled and thumbnail in a certain way, and I already knew that it was going to underperform in comparison to other videos on the channel.
But what's funny is you said that video was specifically created. Here's what happened. We're in a place to go see our friend Mary. And of course, I walk into places and I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm a squirrel in this place all over the place. And he goes, hey, you know what? Just pull out your phone and record something. And I was like, okay.
It was specifically created for that channel to connect to people, and or connect people with Jess and Gray if they wanted to. However, it was also, the title and thumbnail was made for that purpose. And
purpose driven.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that because the other ones, whatever. So, and Seisha says, love the decor vid earlier. Now I need a hanging coconut planter in my life. And that's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
It's not about like, oh my God, this furniture store is going to crash, and collapse. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
And so I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I understand. I when I make videos, I get so many people right now on Squirrel Tribe 2.0, which is my breathing space, is what I call it. Away from the negativity, in my opinion, that comes with the main channel. Not me trying to be negative, but the negativity that comes with a lot of the commenters and stuff and the topics. And I'll get comments on 2.0 where they're like, I liked it better when you did the news and really let us know what was happening. And I'm like, but I've never done that over here. But even over on the main channel, I get that. I liked it better when you talked about it. And I'm like, cool, if you don't like it now, the hell you here for? Like, I don't understand.
I made that video yesterday about Seattle, which granted, we did go to Seattle last year, and I made the video. But you remember yesterday, you left at some point, I think.
To go get Max from the
And then that's when I made it, but I didn't want to make the video. Like, I didn't want to make it. Mm-hmm. And I also didn't want it to do well.
Well, my last one that I wanted to make, and I made it exactly how I wanted to make it, didn't do well because I told the people, listen, they want you to be scared of this. There's nothing to be scared of. Look at this. There's nothing to be scared of. And
yeah, I didn't want it to do well because it's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So it really pissed me off. And no, it just pissed me off to make it.
Yeah.
And it did okay. So it wasn't like a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So then like this morning I made another one and it pissed me off. And then we left. I'll take it back. Before we left, I walked around outside talking crap. And then we left, went to Walmart, talked some more crap. And then we were on the boat.
Sprinkle a little crap talk here, sprinkle a little crap talk there.
Then we were on the boat, and I was really having fun recording a video that I had no idea how it was going to end up, which is how they normally start. Those are the ones I really like. Like everything I got from Nobu, I can't wait to put that together.
Yeah.
The tiny house one that I did that you guys probably haven't seen yet because it's on another channel, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I love that one, especially the swing part.
So, and I'm like, I feel way better doing like this. Doesn't make me feel sick and ill and just angry.
And that makes
and
me
then we do a live stream at 5:00 and we have a great time.
Yeah.
That you had no idea how it was going to end.
I had no idea what you were about to do, and then you got me all riled up, and you're like, okay, bye. Because whatever. But
and I can do that all day long. I can't do that other. I can't do the other stuff anymore.
So it's funny. Remember on the boat when you turned to me, you're like, "Are you okay?" Do you remember that asking me if I was okay on the boat?
Yeah.
Because it seemed like something was wrong. It's because mentally I was going, "Oh crap! I need to record something for today. What am I going to talk about?" And I was running through my head the topics that the main channel would like. So when you said, "Are you okay?" Clearly, it's because when I go into that mind frame, it shows on my face and maybe my body demeanor or whatever else. So when you said that, that's when I was like, we're not worrying about the main channel today.
Yeah, but then...
Do you know how loud it is when you do that?
Then it ruins everything else. Because if everyone else can feel your energy...
Which is why I tried to stop thinking about it.
Whether or not they say something or not, they can feel your energy.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
I know.
That ain't good. So... Look, it is what it is. And this is actually going to be a challenge, an uphill battle against the algorithm. Because the algorithm, what did the lady say yesterday? She said something about the algorithm isn't trying to... It's not trying to find viewers. It's trying to give your content to viewers. Does that make sense? The way it did when she said it. It made sense when she said it, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the algorithm does not want the people to see what I made today. Now,
my video that went very, very well from yesterday was me telling the story of the jackass in front of the building who I wouldn't let in. And it's just me telling the story and then reminding people, you've got to be safe. Like, I can talk about that because that's a real world experience and I want people to know these things happen and I want them to be safe. And that one did better. And in my mind, it's like, maybe YouTube is understanding that I would prefer to just be that instead of...
Yeah, but you don't have instances. You don't have
title.
Instances like that every day.
No. That's true.
You don't have instances like that every
So
day.
maybe that's why.
And then if you then try to come up with those to have that discussion and conversation,
It's not
going to
realistic.
it was going to put you back in it. It's like, all right, let me think of any dangerous situation that could exist so
That's
I can
true.
warn people and help protect them from
That's
this.
true.
It's like
Like Wonder Woman.
versus let me find the most beautiful place around or interesting thing to share or great story to tell and do that.
Yeah, yesterday's video, somebody made the comment of, you should really stick to the news. I don't know why you're over here trying to be a savior. And I was like, I kind of hope you walk out into traffic. I'm not going to lie.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like the video that I put up today, like the last one I put today on the boat, you couldn't make that comment.
Yeah, no.
Like logically, you couldn't make. Now, granted, we
People
come
will
across
still
some
find
comments
ways
that
to
are just
make
like
comments
that
that
make
don't make
no sense whatsoever. But you couldn't logically make that comment because it's like, please give me the negative to a beautiful sunset. Hard
The
to
sun's
do.
gone?
Hard to do.
The sun's gone. That's the negative.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, it's hard to do. So, yeah. You guys kind of like caught me in the middle of this like revelation, I guess. And I got I don't know how many. It's probably over 1,000 videos I have to modify and change the visibility setting on. But with that being said, the future videos, in my opinion, should be way better than the past videos.
I'm ready for it. I'm down for it. You know I'm always on board. With whatever. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Although I tried to squeeze a lemon one time and it wasn't like ripe enough and it was very hard to squeeze. And I was very mad at that phrase for like a minute.
My brother, he squeezes lemon. He's like on this lemon kick in his margaritas. So my world as it occurs to me, I'm here for all your content. I learn so much. I enjoy whenever you all are doing ordinary things, but they are so much fun. Yeah, you know what? I appreciate that. And it's just like in real life, like we would never in real life have the conversations of most of the videos that we uploaded. It's just we wouldn't have those conversations.
Oh, you mean like previous videos?
Yeah.
Like,
And if we did, there's no way they would be fun.
no. So did you hear how we're going to die today? Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And it's like, I don't like being the one who instills fear in people.
I'm not saying that like all that stuff should be ignored.
No.
But I'm definitely over highlighting it. Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily did. I just feel like I did, but I don't want to. Because everybody's like, oh no, your channel is finance and side hustles and money. I'm like, I don't know. So
Remember Y2K?
I'm gonna make sure that it is for sure. It may not be just that, but there will always usually be in some way, shape, or form have that component built in, because ultimately that's the way that's like the direction I gravitate towards all the time.
But do you remember Y2K? Everything was supposed to end the year 2000. Like everything, all the internets and whatnots were supposed to end. Then we're supposed to have some other. End
I
of
remember waiting
everything.
up to see,
Yeah.
and it changed. I was like,
Well, guess
like
we'll go
the
to bed now.
biggest threat was the fact that computers didn't have 4 digits for the year instead of 2. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, why are we?
Why is this a thing?
Like
So you're gonna tell me we put somebody on the
someone-
moon, but you can't figure out how to put 4 digits into a computer for the
Somebody
year?
sat in a room and was like, yo, there's only like, and you know they were high as hell.
Oh, probably.
And they're like, dude, hey, Thurgood.
Didn't Prince perform
Hey, Thurgood.
that year?
There's only 2 digits for the date. What's going to happen when we hit 2000? The world's going to reset to 0. And it's like Ryan Gosling being president. They make this stuff up.
Yeah.
And then people just run with it.
Yeah.
And then other people pour gasoline on the fire. And then it's it's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
silly. It's silly. And the people who would typically like go along with it are the people that I typically would never engage with in real life. Like,
I was thinking about that too. Oh. I was trying to figure out how to lean forward and
Stop
not kill my
doing that.
lower
Just
back.
sit still.
Steel?
You were thinking about what?
The conversation thing.
That's it? You're just thinking about it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just going to give it incomplete thoughts. And yeah, that's it. I'm a Gemini too. Who's Gemini? Sweet. I'm not. That's it. Seisha, I gotta ask you, what are you talking about? I found you from Telegram.
Somebody probably posted
What are
one of
you
your
talking about?
Somebody probably posted one of your videos over there. Just like they do on Rumble. Just like
Oh,
they
you can
take our
post
stuff.
videos over there?
I think that's how that works. Just like somebody can steal your Instagram and pretend to be you and all that other stuff.
You know who's probably not having their videos stolen?
Nobody. Everybody's having their videos stolen.
Karen Nate.
Why?
They're probably just not. They're probably just not like really having them stolen like that. So I don't know what Telegram is.
Telegram
It
is.
looks just like a messaging app. But the problem is typically Telegram is associated with the fake
scams.
accounts
Yeah, the
that
bots.
pretend to be me or any other creator for that matter. So
Yeah.
if you found me on Telegram, I'm glad you're here now, but I'm a little concerned about you finding me on Telegram.
Yeah.
Good night, Beth.
But 1:30 a.m. I know I say, yeah, good night, Beth.
Yeah, Seisha, if you want to give some more info on that Telegram deal, that would be very much appreciated. Because I don't do Telegram. I don't do. And I try to tell people in every video, it's like, look, it's this or Patreon, maybe Instagram, and the links are in the description. The people contacting you in the chats and pretending to be me or trying to get you to call them and text them or invest with them, it is not me.
Yeah.
And it's not anybody else for that matter. Like, I cannot believe that this scam still works. But yeah, either way.
Yeah.
I guess Telegram may be similar to WhatsApp.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe it's similar to
Because,
WhatsApp.
we use Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Just because it's simple and easy and I don't have to pick up my phone every time. I can do it on the computer and I can make attachments and things like that.
So she said someone shared one of your digital currency videos.
Oh. Well, I guess the cool part about it is that they shared it and you made it back to me.
Yeah.
So I got credit for it.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, probably didn't get any revenue from it.
I think that's how it works.
Which I don't know if you can make revenue from it on Telegram.
I have no clue.
I don't know
Unless
how
it was
that
a
works.
link to your YouTube video.
But yeah, so I'm actually glad. She says I looked you up. I'm glad that you made it here. So
Yeah.
hey, welcome. And you had the same. You were all over TikTok for a minute there.
Not me personally, but they were taking and putting
Well,
clips
I'm
up.
just saying, like that. Your
Yeah.
likeness was there.
And
As
Rumble.
But that's the thing. It's like TikTok is pretty much it's the home of reused content, really, because everybody it's like, who had the cool dance, who had the cool sound
that's
clip
true.
right now, FYP or whatever, and everybody's going to use it.
That's true.
And YouTube's doing it now too, and people will take a viral clip or something and just sit there and just be like,
Oh yeah.
That's the narrative that's how you add to it to make
Yeah.
it's like that to me is not creative, despite the fact that they do get a lot of views and potentially draw in a lot of money from it. It's not very creative to me, and I would prefer to actually have a talent and use it and be proud of what I've created. The people that what are you doing?
Trying to move.
Oh, what were you?
Oh, be proud of what you've created. I think that's a big thing right there, is to be proud of what you've created. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Telegram is safer than WhatsApp. Yeah, I mean it's funny listening to Karen Nate talking about traveling through all these different countries, and really it's up to us to be safe, because you don't want to walk into any situation and assume that it's safe.
Yeah.
Like we have so many different instances where we can prove that to be wrong.
Yeah.
It's up to you to be aware, cognizant of your surroundings, and paying attention, being smart. Michael the realist. I don't believe you, but maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do. And there were over set. Okay. All right. So where are we going with this? And you're missing the point here.
No, because Seisha said nowhere is safe. And then she was saying, you're right.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So it goes with another comment.
Yeah. But, that is also based on the media. And,
Yeah.
hey, look, like we somehow ended up on the news and they're like, let me tell you how bad Pensacola is. It's
Oh, yeah.
like, turn this off.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the things were happening there to report on, but it's like y'all just figured out how to stuff the beginning of this news with all
the negative stuff. Yeah.
It's like they don't even realize that they are part of what's destroying their town or their city because you got to think, what do you think shows up on the news in Portland?
Yeah.
It's like y'all, you're making it worse. Mm-hmm. It's like you're gonna work yourself out of a job eventually, or you're gonna have a job in a place where you don't want to live because it's so bad.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yet they still have professional sports teams.
But do they ever play
Like
at home?
Portland and Seattle.
I mean, Chicago. With the Bulls area.
Chicago. Now, Chicago, I would rather go to see the Cubs than
go see the Bulls.
Bulls,
Yeah, because of the area.
we should have checked out to see where the White Sox play.
If it's at.
Because just to see what that area was like, but yeah. Hey, more power to you, Michael, the realist. Make that money. But hey, guys, it is late or it's extremely early, one or the other, and I really do appreciate you guys coming over to join the live stream. And maybe midnight might be the time. Maybe we'll make a habit of doing midnight live streams. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, we really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And don't be alarmed or surprised by the changes that you'll see coming up. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. And if not, no harm, no foul. Please smash that like button and share. Let's try to overcome the challenges that the algorithm is more than likely going to place in front of the new direction that we're going here. Mm-hmm. But I'm up for the challenge, and I also have other challenges that I'm working on too. So that's a plus. And if anybody wants to talk about content creation, YouTube channels, or any other combination of
You're doing karate over there.
yeah, you know where to reach me, and we'll see you guys real soon. All right.
Night.